Hey listeners, this is Kyle from Dice Drop Evolution. I just wanted to come in and let you guys know that there is a content warning and trigger warning for basically future episodes and previous episodes. We deal with things like body horror, child abuse, child harm, mature situations, and violent acts. So if any of that resonates with you, please take caution in moving forward. Beyond that, enjoy the show.
The scene is going to start being in the dark version of the psych ward. We have Pleggy and we have Hansi just outside River Joy's room, chilling, having a subtle conversation when they hear a big knocking on like the walls, and you see this kind of really, he already looks bloody, but it could be dried blood. It might not be real yet. But this bloody guy come in, and Britt, would you like to introduce your character?
Yes. So he looks like a normal worker, and he has like his little cleaning bucket that says wet floor, but the water in it isn't exactly water. It's more like a pool of muddy and gooey redness that he walks up with, and he's got really, really long fingernails on him. Like he's just unkept, doesn't really care anymore about how he looks. And he'll walk up to the two of them and start, and he'll just say, how is...
Okay, but we were mid-conversation and you just come in and do this. You have to announce yourself while we're not talking. It's very rude.
Go out the door and try it again.
I warned you guys, if you did not go horror on this, I was going to have to fucking fire you, so please.
Okay, listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on break right now, Allikins. We're on break.
There is no breaks here.
I am holding a coffee mug.
And so,
oh God!
Oh jeez!
I really
don't
can.
you drop that coffee
It's
now.
really good coffee. I mean, it could be better, but
Now, I would like to point out at this point, Lucian would know where he would, why he was technically sent here. So, you want to start with that, because you don't know where they put Carl exactly, and all you know is that's one of your main things to deal with today.
So, where is this dead body at?
Side eye over to Pleggy.
did you happen to notice a pillar of smoke when you were coming in?
No. Did not.
Then it is not a problem.
But it is a problem because Astoria sent me down here to do this, to clean up this mess.
No. And Hansi starts casually looking at his nails. I don't remember any kind of conversation about these.
Your phone rings.
Jesus Christ. Hello, Shin. Just answer the phone. Hello, Shin. Bobistu.
Is Lucian there?
Casually looks over to Lucian. No habla inglés, and then hangs up.
She immediately calls you back.
she passes the phone. He passes the phone over to the plague doctor.
What? Hello.
Is Lucian there?
If this person in front of me is Lucian, then yes.
Can you give the phone to Lucian?
What's in it for me?
I'm your boss and I won't kill you by tomorrow.
That is fair. I gotta give the phone to Lucian.
Yes.
Hi, Lucian. Have you found the body?
No, these assholes won't tell me what's going on.
I did mention a pillar of smoke. I mean, 2 plus 2 equals 4. But
God, she really knows such a big Sam.
You know what? I'm sorry you have to deal with them. They've been a real pain in my ass. I really should have just went with the full mutants and not these creepy assholes to try and get a job done, which obviously they're failing at. So could you do something else for me, Lucian?
Of course, Madam Astoria.
Oh my god, what a fucking brown noser.
I lean over to Hans and I'm like, what a simp.
I need you, because they seem to be doing a very bad job of what they're supposed to do. I need them to be activating our little Joy, our little patient. We need her to activate her healing gene, which means she will glow this stupid purple light like a fucking beacon. And these two are just not doing it for me. So do you think you could help with that today? I'm gonna send these two off to do something else.
Yes, Madam Astoria.
Perfect.
And at that, like you'll see a glow coming from him. Bright red glow.
Perfect, Lucian. I knew you would get the job done. You have always been one of my favorites. Now, please give the phone back to one of the two. I don't really care. They seem to carry the same brain cell.
And he'll just hand it over. Yes, Madam Astoria, and hand it over to Pleggy.
I would like to point out, it seems like this is more of a commentary on us, the players.
I'm just saying what Astoria is thinking, man. I love y'all, but
Yeah, sure, what Astoria is thinking.
not saying that Astoria isn't in my head. I'm a fucking game goddess. Let's get this going.
Yes, Astoria, what would you like us to do?
Go back upstairs. Go get more shit out of Avery, because obviously she knows something. She isn't talking about it. I don't care what you have to do. I don't care what measures you have to take. Go talk to Avery. Let us figure out more about her precious fucking goddaughter. And so we can get her DNA and get her the fuck out of here.
Okay.
Because I want you to know something. I want you to know something. Just for you, a secret between us. There's cameras all over this facility, and I know Joy killed Carl. So you can imagine I'm a little bit angry about that.
I
How
still
did that happen?
We did take care of body.
Yeah, but I wanted Lucian to do that because Lucian has a special ability to just make everything disappear like nothing ever happened. And you
We do
two...
too. It involves fire, but we do too.
You two keep a lovely trail that you're not even aware that you're keeping.
I look up at a camera and just wave. Hi! Hello!
At this point, Remy and Oswald are in the thing looking at the.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
Oswald sees this and is like, okay, what the actual fuck? where even is the data? Where is this?
And then we look and we see the little thingy. Like, oh yeah, there it is.
Down, 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 down.
Dim, there, it's over there.
All right. So
I just agree, and I'd hang up the phone, and I'd tell Hans about everything that we have to do.
Oh, so boring. And then Hansi stands up to his full 6'8" stature, and is just like, fine, and then starts walking.
That little creature that came up to you guys was just like, wait, Dr. Hansi, you can't just leave yet. You have to put the illusion up because Joy has to wake up soon.
And Hansi just is, fine, I got to do everything. Oh God, that's not what I want. Hold on. Continuity. Don't be a Janus.
Who needs continuity?
I will do everything oh God, Jesus Christ! I hate myself.
XJ9!
XJ9! No, I'm trying to think of my German teacher because I'm trying to be him because he was very flamboyant and was very good with his German. Be like, fine, I will do everything myself. So, fine. And then he just snaps his fingers and then instantly turns from 6'8" gigantic human being to 4'2". 4'2" Mrs. Claus.
Okay, so we're going to go, and after this scene, we're going to go into Joy's head, and it's not where you think she would be because of the last time, you guys listened to this. My God, I forgot his name. Winston appeared. But this time, Joy is in her head, and she's sitting cross-legged on this all-white, sort of dream, her own personal little white dreamscape, if you will. And she's sitting cross-legged, and a woman comes in with red hair. She's a little bit on the thinner side, sunken in cheeks like she hasn't eaten what she should be, but she has these piercing orange eyes, and she goes and she sits cross-legged in front of River, and she goes, "Hi, Joy. You've grown up so well. I've missed you so much." She's like, "Who are you?" And she reaches out and holds River's hand and goes, "I'm Avery. I'm your godmother, and I know you remember me. I know the memories that you have unlocked now. We're going to get you out of this. But not before we freak them out a bit." "Okay, but they seem to be destroying my memories the moment I wake up. Not everything is how it seems. Just remind Joy of that. You two are the same person, and you need to remember that. So you have memories and she has memories. Try to combine those when you feel like you're in this state. It's going to help. I'm on the floor above you. If you need anything, I will always be there for you." Don't they have some form of restraints or anything? Oh, they do. They think they work. I'm stronger than them. She winks at Joy she winks at River, and the dream kind of dissipates. And Joy slowly wakes up. What does she wake up to exactly?
She would wake up to a taller, actually very handsome man that has his hair parted right down the middle, a pinstripe jacket that's red and blue, a red bow tie, and a button-up shirt. And it looks like she's dancing in her room.
Oh. Who the... God, I feel weird. Oh, God. Who are you?
I'm Maxie. Don't you remember, Joy?
Maxie. No, I've been here my entire life, apparently, and I don't remember Maxie. I'm sorry, my memory's a little bit fuzzy all over the place. Can you help me out?
Yes, we used to play together when we were little kids.
Oh,
We play games all the time.
and you're here often?
Every day.
Every day. Alrighty. Yeah, she doesn't believe that. She's like, okay. Alright, every day. Joy doesn't quite buy that you're, saying, like, something real. She thinks you're being a little bit off about it. And she goes, every day, huh? Alright. I'm going to need somebody to unstrap these restraints for me.
Oh, well, I might be able to help you with that.
But aren't you a patient? Why would you be able to help me?
Well, I can.
Oh, okay.
How about we play a little game first or after?
Yeah, sure. A little game. You see something flash in her eyes almost. It's like, because you're looking straight at her, so it's not going to be something you need a perception check for.
Yeah.
But the fake brown eyes that she has on right now flash a little bit to purple, and then they go back to brown.
Oh, Joy. Come on. Be a doll.
Yeah, sure, let's play games. Do you know where my actual nurses are, or?
They went off to go help out another person today. Another patient.
Oh, so they just left another patient here with me to keep me company?
Not a patient here. I fix things around this place.
Oh, you fix things around this place?
Yes.
Okay.
And make and clean things up and make it look all pretty.
Alright, you don't seem much of a handyman. You seem a little bit more like a pretty boy. That's why I'm asking.
Everybody has their own talents in something.
Yeah. Okay.
And he will walk over and start to undo her leg restraints first.
Mm-hmm.
But he's gonna continually watch her, and if she tries anything.
No, she's staying pretty still right now. She's like still watching you and is pretty skeptical about the situation, but she does want to get free, so she is just letting this play out.
Okay. And then he will undo her arm restraints as well.
Okay, she like sits up a little bit and starts like messing with her wrists and goes, the nurses say that I'm not allowed to like walk on my own. Apparently the meds they have me on make me feel like jelly. But last time I like was able to stand up a little bit and I felt fine, so.
Well, let's give it a try, shall we, Joy?
Okay.
And he will stand right in front of her and hold out his hands to help her out, just in case.
Okay, she takes his hands just so like she can get up out of the bed.
See? Nothing to it. And he'll pull her off.
Uh-huh.
And,
And
oh, are you gonna...
No, go.
Okay. And he says, what game do you want to play? I have plenty of them.
How about your choice?
All right. So how about have you played Jax before?
No, that seems like a very old game, like pre-war game.
Oh, it is a very old game, but it is still very fun. Me and my mother used to play it all the time.
Oh, your mother.
Yes, she worked here too before me, and it's just been kind of a family thing now.
Interesting. You're a lot more involved than the other nurses, it seems.
Well, I've been been here a while, so I've seen a few things. So,
Okay.
And I'm not going to treat you like an animal like they will.
Okay. Have they been treating me like an animal?
No.
Jesus.
Oh, okay. I'm going to, Lucian, I'm going to have you give me, like, some form of an intellect check for me, please.
Hansi and the plague doctor are like around the corner from where this is happening, and you like visibly see like Hansi like smack his face and just bring it down over his face, like, oh my god, this is the best she has.
That's a 16 on the dice.
All right, cool. So, you're noticing that maybe Joy's a little bit more perceptive than you originally thought, and you're going to have to watch your words a bit better.
I look to the plague doctor. Child's play, child's play.
So, she goes, so where do we play jacks exactly?
Oh, we can play it here on the floor.
Okay.
And he will reach around his back pocket and he will pull out a jack set. A few like of these little cross T sections of metal with a rubber ball.
Okay.
So do I need to explain this game to you?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever done something like this.
Okay, so it's a very easy game to play. You have this rubber ball here, and he'll take out the rubber ball and show it to her. It's just a normal playing rubber ball. And you're supposed to bounce it. And when you bounce it on the ground, afterwards, you're supposed to reach in and grab as many jacks as you can. But you have to do it one at a time.
Okay. So, are you going to give her the ball to do it first?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So the first time she bounces the ball. Yeah, okay. So the first time she bounces the ball, you see her like literally pause for a moment as the ball like keeps bouncing. Like she's very obviously not doing it correctly, but if you're looking at her like very like she needs to do something, she kind of just got lost in her own head for a second, because the moment she hit the ball, she was suddenly back in the lower district as probably an 11-year-old, 12-year-old, and she's just like, all right, guys, you think you can beat me at any gambling game? Come on, fuckers, you got it. Come on, spend your money on me. You think you can beat a little girl? I'm so easy. You can totally beat me. And all these like grown men are going like, yeah, we can beat this little girl out of her money, easy. And she's just like easily swindling them, very just like cautiously and having a lot of fun. If any of you want to get into her brain to look at that memory, you totally can. You can just roll and tell me that you definitely did look at that.
Yup. You know my safe psychic vampire self is gonna want to do that.
Okay, roll for me, give me the number, and then I'll let you know if you successfully got in to look at that memory.
D20 or 100s?
D20, please.
Okay. And then it's a plus 5.
Yep.
I'll do the roll too. Why not?
Ooh, that's a 19 plus 5, 24.
Yep, you definitely saw it. So you
saw
this little swindler, and you're like, you're like in the back like of the memory. So like obviously little River doesn't see you. And do you see it, Pleggy?
I rolled a 9 plus 5, 14.
You did not see it. You did not get there.
Okay.
So, yeah, so you're in the background, Hansi, like way in the back, so she can't really see you, but you see like this 12-year-old little girl, black hair, purple eyes. Come here, all around. You think you can beat me? I'm a little girl. I'm so easy to beat. And at the end of the entire gambling thing, where she very obviously swindled a lot of these grown men out of their money, they're like, "Hey, you cheated. We want our money back." And not unlike Toph from Avatar: The Last Airbender, she flies. So, and that's the end of the memory, and she comes back out of her memory, and she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, I spaced out there for a second. I don't know where I was. That was really weird. I'm really sorry."
Oh, it's all right, Joy. How about I give you another shot? This is your first time playing anyways.
Yeah, I think the medicine's messing with me today. I'm really sorry about that.
Okay, well, let's just try it again.
Oh,
See how many jacks you can grab.
Okay.
If he'll get a coy smile around his face, on his face.
Yeah, so she takes the ball again. She bounces it and immediately grabs... How many jacks are in there?
12.
12? All right. Nah, I wasn't prepared. I didn't get a D12.
I have D12s.
But roll me a D12.
Somewhere.
Someone roll me a D12.
7.
I immediately grab River. River immediately grabs 12 jacks.
I rolled a 7.
Sorry, 7 jacks. I'm alcohol. So she has 7 jacks in her hands, and what exactly happens, Maxie?
Her hands are now in a lot of pain.
Are they bleeding?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so immediately when she feels the prickles and pain, she drops them and she goes, "Ow, what the fuck? Why? Why did that hurt?" And there's just blood dripping off of her hands.
No worries, Joy. That might happen. You grab too many at once.
But that's the entire game, isn't it?
But you gotta be careful with the games you play.
So, while she's looking at you, deep in her face, her hand just bleeding, you notice something. I need you to give me an awareness check, Maxie.
Okay. Whatever it is, I'm sure I don't notice.
Oh my god, how badly did you roll?
The 3 on the dice.
Oh god.
Oh boy.
Okay, so you don't notice something very important. So she's looking at you really perplexed and really hurt that she kind of gave you this trust and that you kind of took it away immediately. But what you don't see is this purple radiating glow slowly going on her hand and slowly healing the cuts.
Ah. Well, all
And
right.
it's just a bloody hand at this point. She doesn't even notice herself.
Okay. That's cool to not notice.
The one thing we needed.
Yep.
That's good storytelling.
All right. Do you want to give it another try? This time, be more careful.
No, I don't want to give it another try. That hurt.
I got a pair of gloves you can wear.
Why would you offer the gloves now if the jacks were so sharp?
Because I thought you'd be a little bit more careful. I'm sorry, Joy.
And, okay, so at this scene, we're going to flash in and out that cool electric thing that I have going on in all of the other ones. And it's going to show in the complete darkness just Lucian and Joy on the floor, and Joy just staring back at Lucian, who has this creepy grin on his face, wanting her to do it again and play games. And at that, we're going to do a quick scene change to rush upstairs to where Hansi and Pleggy are, which I like that we couldn't figure out a name for Pleggy, and he was supposed to be nameless, but we have now called him Pleggy.
It works for me, honestly.
Before he opens up the door, Hansi's just like, "Amateur! Complete amateur!" He's so royally pissed off.
Plague Doctor is just eating mac and cheese and just shrugging.
Hansi looks at him very disappointed and just smacks the mac and cheese out of his head. Get it together, man! And walks into the room.
His eyes flash red. He just walks in really pissed off.
So are you guys immediately going into Avery?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you will see the moment you open the door, Avery she's still in her God, I forgot what they were called.
Restraints?
Yeah, she's still in her restraints and she still has her eye cover on, but she's like on the floor, just like she's kind of doing something that River would do. Like, a lot of River's personality came from this godmother figure, but for some reason they aren't blood. But so she's like, her body's on the floor, but her legs are like resting on the wall, so she's just sort of chilling.
By the way, Ash would like me to tell you you're amazing. So.
Oh, she just skipped to my episodes?
I
You just
have no
skipped
clue.
my episodes?
I have
Okay.
no clue, to be honest
What a
with you.
beautiful human he is.
I know.
Every time I misgender him, you're allowed to slap me, so.
It's fine.
No, it's not, but
It is
okay.
not fine! That is how the patriarchy wins!
I say it's fine because you corrected yourself.
Yeah. So, yeah, so she's just straight chilling, just like on the wall. Her body, best way to picture it in your mind, which you probably already did, but her body is basically in the shape of an L.
Yes.
And
It
she's just
doesn't
like,
look too comfortable.
and she's just like, oh god, you guys are back, huh?
Well, yes.
So,
I
what do you
was
need?
having nice mac and cheese, but then this one decided to throw a tantrum.
Joel.
What do you guys need from me exactly? Because it's not... This obviously wasn't your first idea of a gig for this entire thing, was it? Interrogate the old lady, interrogate the godmother, not mess around with my little joy.
I mean, I don't know. We're just kind of doing things we're told to do.
Typical henchman stuff.
I'm just letting you
If I'm
know.
being honest with you, I don't like Astoria too much.
Nah.
So why are you here then? Because this is surely just going to get you killed. You're aware of that, yes?
And then Hansi.
I mean, we just need information.
Hansi,
Hold on.
really?
I need to send Elena a message in Discord real quick.
Oh, okay.
I'm planning something.
Ooh, because Hansi was gonna do something like really creepy to her, and I'm like very excited. Very excited to do this. Look, Allie, we're turning against you already.
Yeah, but Avery's super fucking overpowered, so have fucking fun, fam.
Okay, so like, ooh, ooh. Okay, so while Kyle is messaging me, like after she says, "Well, like, what does she say specifically?"
You know you're going to die. She basically said, you're gonna die from doing this, even if you don't really like Astoria. Like,
Be
this
like,
is worth
"Oh,
it.
Well, if I wasn't working with this Astoria," and then he slinks over like a slithery snake, like a true vampire fashion.
She has not moved from her position. She does not care.
Like, no, but like she can't see anything. But like to him, like this is very creepy because like you can feel when things like get closer to you and make you feel uncomfortable. It's that like flight or fight defense, like your like body perception. Like your body has that kind of thing of where it's like, oh, there's something close to me that probably shouldn't be near my body. And he like gets right next to her ear and goes, "What if I wasn't working with Astoria? I couldn't do this." And then he takes a deep breath in and like sucks some life energy out of her. And he feels fantastic and reinvigorated.
Okay, so I have some bad news for you.
Uh-huh.
She crit.
So I don't get nothing.
So what happens is she knows what you're doing, and the way I have Avery is if anyone was to like actually calculate her powers, her two powers that I've said that she has really aren't all the power she has. If anyone actually calculated all of it, you would realize that she was actually a little bit more of a witch than anything else. And so she realizes what you're doing, and instead of pulling out like life energy, she actually kind of, in a way, you pull out kind of like her pollutants that she like switched it. And so all of the stuff, like all of the medication, all of the drowsiness, all of like the toxins within the food that you're giving her immediately rushed out into you.
Well, little did you know, Dr. Hansi likes to party. So this isn't his first rodeo with taking some shit from like a bad seed. So like he's like he's feeling like a little tipsy and he's enjoying it. Like this is like the premium shit where you get some life energy with a little bit of a kick. Like this is like
okay, but you got no life energy and a lot of a kick.
But you know what I mean? Like it's like that. It's like doing like 5 shots of tequila in a row and you feel great.
I was about to say it's like when you go to a college party for the first time and they don't know what they're doing with their alcohol, and they definitely just gave you a cup of vodka with maybe a drop of a mixer in it.
It's like straight up drinking jungle juice and you feel great.
Yeah, with no mixer.
Yeah, so he's like, delicious.
So she's just like, wow, these are really Astoria's best, huh?
And then he just casually looks over to Pleggy and he's like,
Do you wanna do that, by the way?
I messaged you back, did I not?
I didn't get a notification. Yeah, okay. Okay.
Hold on.
God, this is a lie.
Oh, thanks. Notification noise. She literally sent me a message that says notification noise. God damn.
All right, well, this is going to be the end of the episode because
Well, okay. So let me end it here then. I sort of slink up to...
No, I don't mean like the end of the episode. I meant like the funny part that I put at the end of the episode.
Oh, okay.
It's fucking 50 minutes in, Kyle. What the fuck?
I don't know, man.
Okay.
Well,
he looks at Pleggy and he's just like, like, because like one of us talks telepathically, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I imagine.
Well, one of you can possess, and the other one of you. You guys are so far away.
Yeah, I
know.
know.
I don't even remember. Like, I know that I can possess and I can like manipulate a person's emotions to the point where, like,
you can do possession and sensory deprivation. I can do emotional control and psychic vampirism. Okay, so none of us can do telepathy shit. Damn it. Okay, but still.
I can say between the possession and psychic vampirism, you guys can have the telepathy thing. I feel like that's not game breaking.
Yeah,
no.
I imagine that Pleggy and Hansi have been doing this for a while, right? Like, they've been working together for a while, like, for Astoria.
Mm-hmm.
And they enjoy what they do.
Mm-hmm.
They don't like working for Astoria, as Kyle has established.
Astoria's a bitch.
So, like, Hansi, like, has, like, his hands, like, you know, like, how, like, when someone, like, creepy, like, touches you from behind on your shoulders and is, like, whispering in your ear and you're like, ooh, don't like that! Like, that kind of a thing.
Yeah, like creepy men in Walmart.
Creepy men. I'm going for a complete Judge Claude Frollo holding Esmeralda inside of the church kind of vibe, but his hands are on her shoulders. So it's like a whole, like, ooh, creepy old man behind me.
Okay,
so
Avery is still in the shape of an L, so how exactly are you?
He's a vampire. Nosferatu was bendy as fuck.
Okay, so
you're saying that Hans is in the shape of an L2.
Basically.
Or that Hans is planking on the floor.
Basically, like, he's, like, enjoying himself. He's, like, completely like a snaky serpent vampire. Let him be him. And so he's, so he, like, looks at Avery and looks back over at the plague doctor. And he's just like, wait. I want to do a perception check before I say this. Is there, like, Hansi, like, after being told by Astoria that there are cameras everywhere, he wants to make sure if there's a camera in this room before he says anything.
Okay.
Also, if there's a mic on the camera, I would say
Well,
that.
obviously there'd be a mic on the camera.
Yeah, we've established that you could unmute it and hear it if you wanted to.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'd be +5. Ooh, that's a 14 + 5, 19. What does my little vampire eye see?
What exactly are you trying to see? And then I'll let you know.
Trying to find, like, a camera in the room. Like, where would a camera
yeah,
be?
I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. So it's nothing to do with Avery at all.
It has everything to do with trying to find a fucking camera.
There are 2 cameras in here because it's basically holding in Avery, which they need to keep eyes on 100% of the time. So
then Hansi looks at the plague doctor again and, like, motions to where the camera is with his eyes, like, beep, beep.
It takes him a minute, but he gets it.
And then he, like, says to Avery in her mind.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of, like, something, like, good to say. Like, listen. We hate Astoria as much as you do. And we know you want your little joy. Little runt that she is. What would you think of cutting a deal? Because Pleggy and I have been talking. And we want to create our own little business adventure, if you will. You know, torturing
I would
people
like to
and
be
getting
actual doctor, physician.
Yeah, like getting information and stuff, and, you know, like, working for ourselves. We don't like working for the. And then he puts, like, actual air quotes, even though she can't see it. The man, if you will.
So, like, very calmly in her own head, she goes, "So you want to be a freelancer?"
Yes, but with a little bit of a side hustle, you know, with Pleggy over there, who wants to be an actual doctor.
So you want to be a freelancer and a spicy accountant.
Yes, that's exactly it. And then looks over to Pleggy and is just like, I can be the spicy accountant. And then, like, gets back to it and, like, very, like, creepily, like, slinks around, like, a little bit more, like the slithery little boy.
You see that she has literally no emotion to this. She does not care what's happening.
I don't care. Like, I'm enjoying myself. Let me vibe. And he goes, like, so we know the exact schedule and time references for everything that we have to do with Little Joy. What would you say if I don't know? And then he, like, flicks, like, one of the restraints and it moves just the littlest bit and it feels, like, a little bit looser. He's like, if we sped up the process.
I would like to say, in order to, like if Astoria is watching or anybody is watching on the cameras, the plague doctor is gonna, like, make his eyes glow red, but, like, with no actual power behind it, just to make them think that he's doing something.
Yeah, to make it look like we're doing everything in the mind. Like, that's what we want it to be.
I want you to know, I rolled one of my dices that were, like, supposed to be good for me today, and they rolled me a 1, but that was for a security guard that was supposed to be watching the camera, so he's asleep.
I was gonna say, is he, like, eating pizza and watching the game or something?
No, but I imagine we're, like, making... Like, I imagine, like, it looks like we're doing everything, like, in her brain to try to break her down. And it just looks, like, really fucking creepy.
Yeah, no, that's
I'm
fine.
loving this. I'm totally vibing.
Okay, so, instead of saying anything back to you, you actually see just, like, the, like, orange pupils just start glowing from the basically eye cover, which, like, shouldn't really be that easy to do because that thing is super thick. Like, she's not supposed to know exactly where she is. So her being able to glow it that bright, a little bit concerning, but she goes, tell me more. And then we're going to switch over back to Joy and our boy Maxie. We're going to see Joy's awareness of what's going on. Okay, so that was a unnatural 20 on that dice. So, you see her as her hand is like still out from when it was bleeding. And she like slowly looks up at you. She's not out of the illusion yet, but you can tell there isn't something quite right because Astoria explained to you how Joy was supposed to be right now, where she was supposed to be really meek and really demure and very much like, we'll listen to anything you say and will be scared about the situation, but like if you just comfort her a little bit, she'll go along with it. You see like this almost defiant look in her eyes, which you weren't prepared for. And she goes, "What the fuck are you?"
He will look up to her, and the smile will just keep on growing across his face as I am just your worker here.
Just a worker, huh?
Yeah.
And you get your kicks off of hurting people in a mental ward?
That's a kind way of putting it.
Oh, okay. All right.
And he will go to a different voice entirely.
Okay.
And it'll be Hood's voice.
Woo!
Oh. All right, weren't expecting that one. I love that turn. Give me the...
Like this one. This one was fun.
I know that voice. You see, like, the hand that should be bleeding, she, like, fists, turns into a fist. She's like, why do I know that voice? Who's that voice? What are you doing?
Just experimenting here, shall we say.
Experimenting. You know, I was told not too long ago. I don't know if everyone would think I would remember. But I feel like I'm starting to remember a little bit more and more every day. Whether if it was right or wrong. And I think that this isn't right. And she will look at you. And I need you to give me... I went to the wrong tab because I am stupid. I need you to give me a fortitude roll.
Okay. That'll be a 24 or 19 on the dice. So.
Okay. So.
24 plus 5 or whatever.
Yeah, I forgot how many ranks I had in that. All right.
Oh, you're good.
Okay, so I just passed that. Like, just. I was like 1 point away from not passing that. But you feel it's not as strong as it should be, mostly because this power she hasn't fully been welcomed to yet, because from some unnamed god wouldn't allow her to use it. You feel kind of like your arms lock up and like you can't move them. And she sort of like stands over you as you're stuck on the floor. And she goes, I can play games too. Did you know that?
Oh, Joy, there's a lot that I know that you don't.
And she like kind of tilts her head to the side, and this weird thing starts happening when her eyes, kind of like when her and Avery were in the dream, where Avery was just like, you can be Joy and River at the same time, and that will be when you're at your strongest. One of her eyes is purple. The other one is brown still. So, like, you can see, like, she's kind of not where she's supposed to be, and you don't have the others around you to keep the illusion as strong as it should be.
All right. Well, I'm going to do a sensory overload on that one, as his eyes will turn a dark red color. I
need to find the thing for sensory overload real fast so I can roll something. Or do you have it up?
Yeah, I do. You produce a sensory overload so forceful your target is stunned. The power is ranged to a single target and single target by default.
Okay, it doesn't say anything about use fortitude or like anything at the bottom.
No.
Okay, what a dick. All right, so from that, what exactly sensory-wise are you
I'm
doing?
going to hit the ears as a real high-pitched squeal starts coming through his smile, as it sounds like just this screech.
Okay, so she immediately covers her ears and she ends up on the floor. You see tears running down her eyes, and that will actually cause her ears to bleed a little bit because of how shocking that was to her system. And she is going to do a fortitude roll or a toughness roll real fast. All right. So that one didn't give her an injury. She's still pretty good, but she's like hurting. So she looks at you and goes, "What exactly are you?"
The same as you.
And what exactly am I?
That is yet to be fully expected now, isn't it? Or realized.
You know, something doesn't seem quite right here. So I don't think Maxie's quite your real name. She, like, rubs the blood from her ears. And I need you to give me another perception check when she rubs the blood from her ears.
Oh, gosh. 7.
Or awareness, whatever.
That'll be a 17 total, if it's the +5 thing.
Yep, okay. So, you'll notice, like, this very, very faint glow of purple weirdly coming out of her ears. It looks a little bit funny, but then, like, immediately goes away. Wondering what that's about, because from what you heard on her things, yes, she has the healing ability, but from what you know, she can't heal herself. So what exactly are you, Maxie?
I've already told you before. I am just this place's janitor.
The janitor. You know, janitors normally don't wear suits like that. Yeah.
They say dress for the occasions.
So, she's going to try and put her hands on your head. Are you going to allow that?
Hell no.
Yeah, no. So she reaches out for you, and I'm going to need you to give me an acrobatics.
Acrobatics, oh boy.
Or a dodge, either one. But, like, acrobatics would be kind of like, because you guys are very close right now, so a dodge would be a little bit harder
18
to pull
on
off.
The dice.
All right, so she just, like, slaps your forehead. Like, you like, but you, like, moved out of the way, and she goes, "Are you scared of me, Maxie?"
Don't answer that, Britton. It's a trap.
It's a trap. I have no reason to be scared.
Okay, so after you say I have no reason to be scared, we're just going to pop back up for a second, and Avery's going to be in the middle of discussing whatever you're discussing with Avery. I guess I'll talk to you two about it in a bit. And she just goes, River's about to... She goes by River now, yeah? That's what I'm getting. She is about to kill the janitor that Astoria brought in.
that's fine. We don't need him in this little plan that we have concocted.
Okay, just wanted to let you know, just in case you were just like, oh, Astoria's probably going to be mad at that.
I mean, she hasn't been happy with anything we've done so far, so it's not, much different.
And the person that she brought in is a fucking imbecile. So, it's nothing to us, as beautiful as he is. He's nothing to us. Just a small little cog in the wheel of, let's say, that game of life.
Okay, I thought I'd let you know that she's definitely about to kill him. And I think this one might be a little bit more interesting than how she killed the other one, yeah?
Yes.
Deliciously so.
I'm so proud of her. You have to be a little bit impressed by her.
Yes.
A little.
Just a little bit. If we could take her with us and have her, join in the business adventure, we would.
I think if you guys weren't torturing her in the beginning, I think she would been down, but I think right now she's going to have some form of a grudge against you.
Yeah.
So then we're going to switch back to Max. That was just so she can be like, I think he's going to die. And we're just like,
Do you think they're surrounded by death all the time? Do you really think they give a fuck?
Well, really, it was more of if you don't want Astoria on your tail right now, sort of a situation.
They were about to leave anyway. They don't give two shits.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, if you can tell me when you guys would like to leave her and come downstairs to this ballpark that Britt and I are fucking setting up.
I would think that we're still trying to go over a plan.
Yeah, I feel like we're still trying to convince her to be like, hey, we know how to work the system here. We wanna leave. We'll let you leave if you can tell us, essentially, I guess what we're leading up to. We'll leave if you can tell us how Joy gets her, I guess, her healy glowy powers. That's
okay.
That's the bargain. We'll let you and River go. That, what me and Kyle mostly concocted. But the whole, we'll let you go if you tell us how the powers work.
Okay, well, if you want to do that in actual game, we can do that.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We can do that now and then go back to me and Maxie, and then I'm going to kill Britain. Does that sound good?
Not Allie. At least have, some be like, oh, yeah, sorry.
Maxie's a sick fuck that I'm kind of over from me.
Right, I got the creepiness factor in there.
Alright, so she I want you to know she has not moved from the first stated position. She has been chilling there the entire time.
Okay, so Plague Doctor's gonna walk up and say, okay, look, we want out, you want out, River wants out. So tell us how her healing power works, and we let you go.
It only works if she's around people that she actually loves.
All right, let's let her go.
Just looks over to the Plague Doctor. Well, that was easier than we expected.
Well, I mean, we gave good incentive.
No, she's literally just like, I don't think you'll be able to make her have her powers work anyways, because...
Yeah, we never said we would tell Astoria.
Yeah, this is just for our knowledge.
Yeah, we've been doing this for... Wow. Can I not go into Oswald?
I turn to the Plague Doctor while he's having a mini stroke, and I'm just like, are you okay, man?
There's a weird, spatial, thing going on.
Is there another soul in that body?
He just randomly starts
Oswald's
talking and
under.
just sounds like straight up static. He just starts talking like the Plague Doctor, and then I'm just like, what?
Sorry, my soul got interrupted for a second. I don't remember what I was saying, but...
I mean, essentially, what Pleggy was saying is just that the reason why we, have been doing this so long is because we are the best. We've been doing this for 20 years. And so, we could easily get it out of River within an hour. We just like to fuck around.
Yes, it's like what the young kids are saying these days.
But Astoria
Walk around and wow, God, I can't do it. I'm losing it.
No, we just like to fuck around and we like to play with them a little bit, and get something for us.
I was gonna say fuck around and find out, but I can't.
I mean, but Astoria won't let you guys just leave without having some form of River's healing DNA, which will only activate around people that she absolutely adores and loves. And she can't heal herself right now, so really she's just here fucking chilling and killing everybody else.
That is where you
we
come
don't
in,
have to give the correct information.
And who said it has to be her DNA?
You realize I'm not a healer, yeah?
No, I'm not talking I'm not talking about your DNA either, darling. She knows your DNA. And then casually looks out into the distance and is just thinking fondly, and it's just
back when I was a child.
and he's just but
what? Then what healing? She's already had the other little boy's DNA that didn't work because different healing DNA strands work differently. It's like she's not a fucking scientist and didn't fucking figure this out. She put all her eggs in one basket. Now she's just like, I'm going back to the other basket. No, it's not how this fucking works.
Have you ever heard of what was the term called? Oh, back in the day. Oh, it's a beautiful word, and it's called a MacGuffin. All we have to do is make her think she's getting the DNA, and then we'll be fine.
You don't think that she'll check it to make sure?
We will be gone by then.
That is the plan.
What if she checks it right in front of you?
She is not here.
She never wants to handle things by herself. She will send someone else to do things. She doesn't like getting her hands, you like to say, dirty.
I'm just saying this only because I have 1,000 different possibilities in my head at all times, and I see every strain of the future. You don't think with something as important as this that she won't come herself? She was here herself the first day when Joy arrived. Why wouldn't she be here the last?
That is what Franklin is for. Franklin is what you like to call in the business a closer.
Oh. Do you really think that will be the end when your little buddy Franklin comes?
If
probably
not,
end for him.
If not, we can always enjoy some Schadenfreude. I like a little bit of deliciousness of enjoying other people's pain.
Yeah, I get that from you. So, I told you how her powers work. I can probably turn off the cameras the moment you undo my blindfold.
I kind of walk around and I undo the blindfold, but only to the point where it's easy to just slip off. It's still on because the cameras are still on, and I don't want it to look like,
Wait approximately 48 hours. That is when we will be ready.
Yeah, I wasn't going to...
And then he just pats her head and walks out.
She's like... When you do that, you feel... What exactly are you wearing?
Oh, exactly. Straight up, Nosferatu vibes, long, black cloak, but a really bad looking white doctor coat on it too.
For some reason, out of nowhere, your cloak starts on fire.
Yeah. He's fine.
The plague doctor laughs.
Okay, so then she just sort of sits there and watches you guys leave, and then we're going to go back to Maxie and Joy. Joy is not too happy with Maxie right now.
He's fine.
Ready to die, Britton?
You said it, not us.
So, she gets really close to your face when she realizes that you're not going to let her touch you, and she's just going to be like, I've learned something, even while I sleep. Did you know when you sleep, you can get transported to a different dimension? It's called the dreamscape.
where I have a lot of friends there. It's crazy. She almost has like this little
Winston.
She has like this little psychotic look on her face. She's just like, but sometimes you meet other people in the dreamscape that aren't just like, you know, normal dreamscape gods. I'm friends with a god. Also, I'm friends with my godmother in my head. Avery. I know she's upstairs. And you see, as she says this, more of her purple starts coming out of her eyes. And she starts like almost glowing, like in her eyes a little bit. She goes, "Doesn't that scare you that I already know all of that?"
I'm going to make you bleed on the varnish. I'll paint this town red because I am the artist.
Oh, you're an artist. You're an artist now. That's so cute. It's so cute that you think that. That's so cute that you think you have anything to do with any of this situation. Don't you realize you were just a plaything to Astoria? Just like everyone else. I'm giving one minute. I'm doing something real fast.
Okay.
Trying to like figure out whose voice this is because this isn't River's normal voice. So I'm just like, is this a new character or is this River's voice now?
It's Joy. It's Joy River being psychotic as fuck, and she got a 22 on annoying people, so she is kind of annoying you right now. I still have that as a made-up stat in this thing, and I'm still using it to this day.
This is fine. I can deal with annoyance.
So, she looks at you, see more of her purple coming out, and she goes, "Joy and River may seem like two different people, but you forgot about one thing." You see her voice start turning back fully back into real River. We're still the same person. And do you want to do anything real fast while she's this fucking close to you?
I'm gonna try to blind her if I can. I don't think I can do sensory overload again, can I?
Hey, you can try. I'm going to do a fighting check for me when you do that. So just do a fighting +5. And we'll call that your sensory overload.
That's a no. That's a nope. That's a nope.
Cool. All right, cool. Well, so no.
That's a 2 on the dice. I don't think it passes.
Nope. Okay. So you immediately feel your hands interlock on you again, like you can't move them again. You see her eyes start shining bright, and she goes, "I found out my favorite ability very quickly, and I think you would like it. So let's play a game, Maxie." And she puts both of her hands on your head. You can't move because of the bio override, and you immediately have a seizure. And I'm going to need you to give me, because I want to see how big of this seizure is, need you to give me a toughness check.
11 total.
Okay. So, you black out.
Okay.
You black out because she has a few ranks in seizure. You completely black out, and you're probably out for a good 2 or 3 minutes. I'm going to guess that Hansi and Pleggy are just taking their good old time coming down. But if they do come down while he's passed out, you will see River just tying him up.
I want to get a whole new mac and cheese because Hans decided to throw a tantrum.
So I guess as they walk in and we watch the tying up happen, does she see Hans and the Plague Doctor, or does she see Denver and what's his face? Collins.
So, she sees Denver and Collins, and she just like sees them, but she's as River now. She doesn't see. It's all kind of weirdly intermixed at this point. It's not going to be like night and day anymore. It's going to be weirdly intermixed. So within the dark room, because she knows she's in a the dark playroom where the TV is and everything, tying up what she sees still as Maxie. She has not turned it into his normal fame. She sees Denver and Collins come in, and she goes, "Hey,
hey,
howdy doody dear."
So this guy hurt me, and I wasn't too into it. So I'd like to throw him in the garbage."
I turn to Denver and I say, I think you can drop the facade. I don't think we need it anymore.
And then Hansi, like the true bad bitch that he is, while you still see like the nice doctor, sterile coat, all that stuff, you just see this 4'2" woman just slowly morph and grow big into a giant vampire looking man, and he's
River doesn't flinch. She just watched this happen and does not bother.
He doesn't care. He feels comfortable now. It's like shoving your foot into a shoe that's 3 sizes too small. That's how it feels to Hansi. And so he's just oh my gosh, that was so stuffy in there. How can you work with, and then points to River's boobs, how can you even work with those?
Excuse you?
Oh my gosh, it was 20-pound weights on my chest. They were so annoying.
Where am I?
Okay, long story short.
Then he walks over to Lucian, and then he bends over, and in true proper Hansi fashion, he has his hands behind his back and then turns himself into a right angle bending down. And it's just Lucian, you flew way too close to the sun, darling. I don't know what to tell you. So I'm going to make this quick, and then just quickly, so fast, snaps his neck.
Oh. River's well, I was going to put him in the trash compactor, but I guess.
I mean, we can still do that.
And then he goes, and then he's still looking at Lucy, and he goes, it should have been me. You never should have chose Carl over me. And then bends over and is just hello, darling. Dr. Hansi, how are you? And has his hand up to her. And it's this gigantic Nosferatu hand, and it's a big hand, the size of her face.
Are you guys going to put me back into the little psycho place again?
Ambition longer, darling. Ambition longer. We have a little... And then, stops and stuff. He's we have just a little bit more time, and don't worry, you'll be right as rain.
Can I go in as myself, though, and just pretend? Because I'm really tired of being Joy.
No, it's more fun when you're Joy. And then, shoots her up with some...
Fucking damn it! Why?
Shoots her up with some of the medication real fast. He's got lightning speed when he's like this, man. You should have had him stay inside of Nurse Denver. Oh my god, this feels great.
She's just I hate you. I want you to know I will kill you in your fucking sleep.
Oh no, it's okay,
Not
darling.
before I do. He ruined my mac and cheese.
And then he's oh no, it's okay, darling. I've been dead for 200 years. And it's just you cannot get the better of me.
I do the telepathy thing, and I'm okay, look, here is plan. We made a plan with woman upstairs. Yeah, you're getting out in 2 days.
She's asleep.
Oh, well,
she got shot up with meds. You know how quickly that shit acts in your system. So now you just have a dead Lucian and a River on the floor.
I'm just ringing in her head. Hello?
Buzz, hello?
It's one of those phone calls where you call someone and it just keeps ringing.
Okay, so you guys bring River to her room to become Joy. From what I know is once more. Just one more time to have this happen, because she will not let you do it again. And as you put her on her bed, one of your phones start ringing.
Hello?
Where's Lucian and how is he doing?
He is doing just fine.
Taking a little nap.
He's doing fine.
Yes.
Well, how come all of the cameras are down in your entire building?
That is a good question. You might want to call technical support.
Doesn't sound like an us problem. Sounds more like a you problem.
On my end, I'm looking at the camera right now. On my end, the little red dot is still going.
All the cameras are somehow magically turned off and cannot be restarted and put online. So I think you two did something.
Would you like me to call manufacturer company?
No.
Well, I don't know how to help you. It's
How's Joy doing? Has her healing ability come?
She's sleeping, but yes, we saw a little bit of the purple glow, as you call it.
Oh, so you've actually gotten somewhere today then.
We're still trying to recreate, but it's working.
We want a big purple glow. We want the big show.
Well, that's actually good news today.
And you can actually hear her, that's the happiest tone you've heard from her since.
I hand the phone to Hans as I start lugging the body over my shoulder, because in Plague Doctor's mind, he's like, now's a good time, and trash compactor was not a bad idea.
Yeah, honestly.
So
she's just like,
so I'm going to have Franklin come by, because something tells me that will put the icing on the cake, and then we can get rid of her. Is that okay?
As in, gets rid of her, as in, and then he goes, or as in, gets rid of her, as in, set her free into the wilderness and see what happens.
Oh, we have to kill her.
I mean, she'll be dead either way.
Can't I just kill her? You know how much I love the little taste of the young ones.
You're a little bit too messy for my taste.
Well, that's why we have
Plague Doctor.
That's why we have Lucian. You said he was here to clean up shit.
As the Plague Doctor is carrying Lucian's body to a fucking trash compactor.
Glorious.
Sorry, Max. Sorry, Lucian.
No.
So, she's just like,
no, because I have my own little ways that I want with her. She's been a real big headache for me, and I feel like this is more of a me task.
Okay. How would you like us to, prepare the sample?
Just like we did with David. Just make sure you get it at the right time. With him, it was easy, though. He's already just, activated all the time, ready to go. She is so annoying and so technical. I hate it.
Sounds like someone else I know.
Excuse you?
Nothing, darling. And click. He ain't that honor.
and at that, River is asleep once again, but somehow a little bit more irritated at the situation than she was before.
My God.
And then we will go back to Oswald and Remy. Thank you for coming to this goddamn TED Talk.
Thanks, guys, for listening to this episode of Dice Drop Evolution. My name is Britt, otherwise known as SkagwaterRPG on Twitter and other social media. I played Lucian and Maxie on this episode. Please go follow me, where I post things about tabletop RPGs and Magic the Gathering.
Okay, friends, that is where we are calling this session. If you aren't already, why aren't you? We love talking to you there. follow us on Twitter at dice_drop. That is where we are the most active, and we love talking to y'all. Another social media platform to probably follow us on is our Instagram, where you can follow us at drop_talks. And if you aren't already, help support us on Ko-fi, guys. Drop a little donation there. If you like what we do, if you want to see more, if you want a little extra goodies, go and check out our Ko-fi. The link is in the description below. All right, friendos. Next episode will come to you September 17th. See you then.
No, I guarantee. Call me. Do it right now.
Roll a D100.
58.
That's not bad.
The last couple of times it's been like 86, 92.
I know, okay, so I know they're technically called percentile dice to some people, but I have not learned it that way, so I just call them D100s.
See, here's the thing. I know 00 can either mean 100 or 0 to 9. The problem is, how do you know when it's 100? When you roll 000?
Yeah, when it's 000, that's 100.
Okay. Because I did that one time and they said, no, it means 0. And I was like, then how the fuck do you get 100?
Well, they were wrong and a dumbass, so...
Well, yeah, this was also coming from my toxic DM who doesn't like anybody to do anything fun except for his girlfriend and his girlfriend's friend and have them fulfill their sexual fantasies with each other in their D&D campaign. That's all I'm going to say on this subject.
That's a loaded answer.